Hey, Jessie with Pampered Chef, bringing you all things fun and foodie from right here in my kitchen. It's the first day of summer vacation, so I thought I would make something different for dinner, something brand new, and I would make it with you here tonight. So let's get started. What's on the menu? Well, I'm doing one of the recipes from the Taste Buds teaser box that we just all, I was showing off the other day. I just got it. I'm really excited to make this. It's the grilled chicken and romaine salad with the smokehouse marinated and dressing mix. So tonight we're going to have that for dinner. The recipe doesn't call for homemade croutons, but I thought I would make homemade croutons because it's so easy, and I have the oven on anyway, so let's just whip that up. What you need for homemade croutons: any leftover bread, the heels of the bread, or the butts as my grandpa would say, any leftover hot dog buns, hamburger buns. This is some hoagie roll random that was in the freezer that is drying out, so it's thawed, and all I'm going to do is chop that up into bite-sized pieces. I think homemade croutons are so much better than store-bought croutons. They're just softer and more flavorful, and they're really easy to make, and they're really easy to use up. A good reason to use up bread. You know, it's easy, it's inexpensive, zero waste. So I'm just chopping them up like so. I'm going to dump them right here into this mixing bowl. Then we're going to drizzle it. Tonight I'm using a little bit of garlic canola oil. You can use whatever you want, olive oil, whatever. I just like the garlic canola oil. And then I'm using the rotisserie seasoning. This just is a super savory seasoning: garlic, onion, salt, pepper, just really yummy. I'm going to toss that up just a little bit until all of that bread is coated in the oil and the seasoning. You can even get your tongs in there and really, not throw it all over your counter, but really get in there and get all that delicious goodness out of your bowl. Now, you could do this on a saute pan on your stove, but like I said, I have the oven on anyway. I'll tell you why. I had like 900 carrots in my refrigerator and they needed to be used up. So I am going to be roasting some carrots while I make these croutons. I'm just gonna throw this on top of a stoneware stoneware pizza stone, and I'm gonna pop these into the oven that is set on 425. Again, homemade croutons, optional for this recipe. It actually calls for store-bought, but I'm making them. It's easy. You'll have a lot of buns left over from grilling this summer, so you might as well make some too. Makes a great panzanella salad. So now we are going to be grilling up some chicken. I have this chicken. This is 2 chicken breasts. The recipe calls for 5. It's just the 2 of us, so I'm not making 5 chicken breasts. So I have 2 chicken breasts in here, and I just have this marinating in olive oil, apple cider vinegar, a little water, and then this new smokehouse marinade. And it tastes really good. It's really like salty and peppery and garlicky and oniony, and I really like it. I might have stuck my finger inside the seasoning and tasted it. So I have been marinating this for about an hour in the refrigerator, and this is just in the large silicone bag, which I love because it's super leak proof and can go in the freezer and the oven and the microwave and the dishwasher. So handy. Now, we are not grilling outside tonight because it looked like it was going to storm. So I got out the griddle and grill, which is fantastic, and I just bumped my tripod, so I'm really sorry. Don't get motion sickness. All right, now this is the grill and griddle, and I have it on already, ready to go. So I didn't want you to wait to heat it up. It does take about 5 minutes to heat up. This does go all the way flat, so you can use it as a griddle for pancakes. I like to do homemade hibachi, 1 steak and 1 shrimp. This is a panini press. It's also a waffle maker. It's pretty darn stinking cool. I just have the grill plates in here tonight, and I'm gonna put my chicken that I marinated into the griddle and grill, and I'm not gonna flop marinade all over. And I have this set to 425 degrees, and I have the probe attachment on. which I'm going to stick into the fattest part of the chicken breast, and I have it set to 165. I might take it out at about 160 and let it sit for a few minutes. I don't want overcooked chicken, and I don't want raw chicken. Oh my goodness, where's my towel? I'm really losing it tonight. All right, so I have the chicken in here. I didn't have to spray the griddle. I didn't have to spray the plates or anything. It's super non-stick, and I don't have to do anything except hit the add button, and it's gonna shut off cooking as soon as that chicken is done. So we're gonna do the rest of this salad. We need to make the dressing. This dressing is easy peasy. Calls for a 1/4 cup of sour cream. I am using a low-fat sour cream. You could use any sour cream. I would not recommend a fat-free sour cream. It doesn't have any flavor. All right, then we need a little bit of olive oil, which I did not get out. So, olive oil, 2 tablespoons, and I am eyeballing that. I am cutting everything in half except for the dressing. I figure we'll use the dressing on another salad another night. We need some apple cider vinegar, which I also didn't get out. My goodness. I'm really sorry, y'all. And I'm also eyeballing that. 2 tablespoons. And we need a squirt of honey or agave syrup, just for a little added sweetness. And then our smokehouse marinade, approximately 2 teaspoons. So I used 2 teaspoons, actually I used 1 teaspoon in the marinade to marinate these chicken breasts. And then I'm using 2 teaspoons now. I just want to show you, can you see? Without me dumping it all over. There's enough to do another couple chicken breasts or something else with this. So you get a good amount of seasoning in this packet. And there are 4 seasoning packets that you get in that Taste Buds teaser box. All right, now we're going to carefully, because I only got out a 1 cup measuring cup, you know, whatever. Stir this up so that it makes a nice dressing. In fact, I'm actually going to get my mini whisk. Maybe. Cleaning out my utensils is on my list of things to do this summer. And obviously, it really needs to get done. All right. Anyways, let's try this again. Just want to get all that sour cream all creamy. This is essentially like a creamy Italian dressing. I love that it uses sour cream. You could also use Greek yogurt. I don't like mayonnaise, so this is like a perfect, easy, delicious, tangy dressing. Think of sour cream like a thick buttermilk. All right. I looked at our probe in our chicken, and you can see that it's at 97 degrees. Well, you can't see. I can see it's at 97 degrees. So we're getting up there. Dressing looks done. So let's do the rest of this salad. Since we're doing a salad for dinner, I am going to put it on a plate tonight. And we are going to need some sliced cucumber. This is the small silicone bag. See how it's got those teeth on there? It really shuts nice and easy. I love these silicone bags. So it's not hard to open and close at all, and it really, really seals. So I've had this cucumber in there for a while, and I'm just going to give it a chop. I'm gonna put about that big. I want a nice, like, chunky, delicious salad. And we'll put that back. And then I wanted to show you the new cup slicer with the tomatoes and the olives. So I just have some drained black olives here. Get those cucumber seeds out of here. And a couple of cherry tomatoes. And this is the new cup slicer. This thing is awesome. So it has a nice thing on the bottom, so you're not gonna slice yourself in the drawer. Comes right off. Both pieces go in the dishwasher. All I'm gonna do is press down. That's it. Press down. Well, you should probably make sure that the tomato isn't like on the edge of it, so you can press down, but you just press down. And all of the items go up into the cup. So like if you're doing strawberries or bananas, a bunch of olives, you're doing mushrooms, anything, or like this salad, it just all goes right in here. And like if you have little kids and they like to help make their own fruit salad, they can totally use this. So I'm just gonna store those in here until we are ready. We have about 20 more degrees to go. So I'm just gonna set that off to the side, and we need some sliced, shaved, we're gonna need fancy Parmesan cheese. I'm actually gonna trade out this cutting board because it's got cucumber and tomato gunk on it, and I don't want cucumber and tomato gunk on my Parmesan cheese. So we are going to be making these fancy Parmesan strips. You don't have to pay for those. I know you can buy them. You don't have to. Vegetable peeler. Block of Parmesan cheese, probably from like, let's say Costco. Much cheaper. Put the Parmesan cheese on your cutting board and shave down. Don't try to go towards you or do anything crazy with it. Go away. This is sharp. You will cut yourself. I've done it. Don't do it. Parmesan cheese is hard. This also works with chocolate, by the way. So the wider the piece of the Parmesan cheese, the fatter your strip. So if I'm on the side, I get a little tiny strip. If I go down the middle, I can get a nice big one. So you can get some nice, fancy, delicious cheese for your salad. All right, so I think like that's enough cheese for Mr. Teacher and I. I'm gonna put it back in it's actually the sandwich version of the silicone bag. I use this a lot for peanut butter and jelly for breakfast during the school year, and it also works great for those big hunks of cheese in your fridge. So that's gonna go back in the refrigerator, and our chicken is this close to being done. So this salad calls for grilled romaine. This is a washed part of romaine. I'm just gonna chop the little end off. I'm actually gonna plant this outside and see if I can grow some more lettuce. It's an experiment, right? I've gotten it to grow a little bit in a cup on the windowsill, and then it always like seems to die. So I'm just gonna try putting it outside this time. And then we're gonna cut this in half. And as soon as our chicken is done, we're gonna pop this on the grill and put the lid down on it just like we did with our chicken. And it is going to get nice and toasty and like caramelized on the outside and add a whole nother layer of flavor to this salad. And I should probably check on those croutons. I've got like 5 degrees left on my chicken. Hold, please. I'll show you what they look like so far. So they've been in the oven for probably, what, 10 minutes now? They're getting nice and hot and like just slightly crunchy. Not like they're gonna cut the roof of your mouth crunchy, but just a nice little toast on there. And yes, I know I'm licking my fingers, but it is only Mr. Teacher and I, so whatever. Okay, chicken done. It's gonna beep here any second. I'm gonna take this off, don't get sick, and show you a little bit. Can you see the temperature on there? It says 163, 164. As soon as this hits 165, it's going to beep. Hear that? It just beeped. Perfect timing. So we are going to take these tongs and look at this gorgeous chicken. Beautiful. And it's perfectly cooked, 165 degrees, no oil. Does the same thing with burgers, same thing with fish, steak, pork chops. And I'm just gonna trade out the chicken for this lettuce. Shut the lid. Isn't that perfect? It's beautiful. And this makes like the best sandwiches ever. All right, now that's gonna cook for like a minute. I'm not even gonna turn back on the timer or anything. I'm just going to use the residual heat. Now, I'm gonna move the cucumbers out of the way, and I should let this chicken rest for a minute. Should, but I'm not going to. So I'm not going to cut the bejesus out of myself, hopefully, or burn myself, because this is hot. Very hot. But it's nice and juicy and delicious looking. But it is warm. All right, let that set off to the side. Let's check this lettuce. It does have some grill marks. See, nice little char. So I'm gonna give that a rough chop here real quick. And I should mention that these grill plates, they just can go right in the dishwasher. This is really easy to clean too. I'm gonna shut that off. All right, rough chop on our lettuce, on our crispy, fancy grilled romaine. I mean, how much would you pay if you went out to eat this delicious salad in a restaurant? $15? We're making it in 20 minutes. And it's costing a whole lot less than that. All right, so rough chop on our delicious grilled lettuce. Place our very hot chicken on top of that. Very hot. And our cucumbers. And our tomatoes and our olives. This looks like the nicest, yummiest summer meal. Olives and cheese. Who doesn't love a good Parmesan cheese? All right, now the last thing we need is our yummy dressing. So I'm going to give this a little stir and drizzle that right over the top. I might serve extra dressing on the side just because I don't want our dressing to be like a soup, or I mean our salad to be like a soup. And we need those croutons. Again, you could use store-bought croutons. And I don't think I'm gonna use all of these. I'll save these for another night. Or maybe lunch tomorrow. All right, so we have a delicious grilled romaine, grilled chicken, homemade salad dressing, homemade crouton, shaved Parmesan salad, very quickly, all homemade, all easy, and it's time to eat. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please reach out. I will post this recipe so that you can make it. If you want the seasoning mix, you have to order the teaser box. I'll get you a link if you want. And thanks so much for watching. Have a great night, everybody. Don't forget to put #replay if you watch this later. Bye.